Hi guys. So quick one, yeah. While I was editing, this is a portrait of my friend I took a few days ago. I'm just trying to do a quick retouch, and then after retouching the image, I wanted to maintain the gray backdrop, but then there are some imperfection there. Here I could see, I don't know if you can see it here as well, because I did some content aware feel, but I wanted to leave the so what I wanted to do was to cover up the background with color fill, so that way it blends everything together. And then I started noticing this color, this banding. I don't know if you can see it. The thing about this thing is think that it doesn't affect the image, or that when you save it out of Photoshop it should magically go, but it doesn't. And I've been trying to wrap my head around this, what happened, and I even went as far as, because when I turn off this fill layer and the gradient layer, it kind of come back to looks a bit normal, although it's still there. So I said, okay, let me do the I created a new layer and then fill it up with gray, and it still did the same thing. See, and I've been trying to bust my head, rack my brain around this as to why it's. To be honest, it got me frustrated for a minute until I just quickly went to YouTube and found a quick fix. And you realize that it has to do with the settings, right? The so when you're editing JPEGs are processed in 8 bits while RAW are processed in 16 bits. So if you're working on a JPEG image, it is advisable you can stay within the 8 bits channel. But if you're working on a raw image, you have to switch to the 16-bit channel, because at 8 bits it starts the compression is really bad. So it starts compressing the smoothest colors, the place the areas that have little or no texture, just start smoothing there. So the areas that have little or no texture, these are mostly the areas that are affected. So what you want to do is click on image, switch to 16-bit, and give it some moments, and voila, you see, fixed. It's clear, it's gone. So like I've spent a good amount of like 30 minutes to an hour trying to figure this out. So if you post an image, or like if your end result image, maybe when you after posting it on social media or Instagram or something, and you find that it has those color banding, or you're working with a plain texture background and you always have that color banding, you need to just go and check and be sure that you are working on the right channel. So if you're working on, like I say again, if you're working on raw image, if you're editing a raw image, switch to 16 bits. But if it's a JPEG, then you can stay on 8 bit, and the compression will be minimal, and then you get better results of image. I hope this helps you out there, so you don't fall into the same nerve-wracking situation I found myself a couple of minutes ago. And if this helped you in any way, please help to subscribe and like this video, and also help me share with a friend of yours who probably will be having the same issue, or whose image always have those color banding. This might help. All right, thank you, see you another time. Bye.